Jalen, Lou hits 5 threes, penetrating another 2. You seem to be able to find a lot of different guys from behind the arc as a team tonight. What are those guys doing when they're playing off the action to come up with good shooting angles?
We call it creating windows, but it's just like finding space, when we drive. Who was the last team we played? The Lakers?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, we got those looks against LA too. We just missed them. But those guys are really good at kind of next shot mentality, and they knocked them down tonight. So that was dope to see.
Before the game, Mark said that playing against Denver, playing against the Lakers, kind of were nice preparation tools for this game tonight. How cool is that you guys are finding ways to learn from playing other opponents and able to apply that to a new one?
Yeah. It's good just because those are really good teams. So whenever you're able to kind of play them early in the year, it kind of lets you know where you're at. And they throw a lot of different schemes at us just throughout the year because we play them so much. So it's good to kind of see that. And then as we saw, like when we played Minnesota, the first time they went in that zone and that kind of messed us up in the game, so we were kind of able to attack that a little better tonight. So we're just kind of learning, what works and what doesn't work. So it's good that we kind of get to play these teams as early as possible.
Hallie Hart with the Oklahoman, you not only gave the offense a spark tonight, but also then had to have a matchup with Karl Anthony Towns some of the time. How would you describe just kind of how you were able to settle in defensively tonight?
Just have a lot of help behind me, so it allows me to kind of crawl into the ball and make it uncomfortable. So that's more credit to the other 4 that are on the floor. When you have good players like that, whenever they see a crowd or know that somebody else is going to help, it makes it more difficult for them to kind of choose their spots. And I thought we did a good job of just rotating, kind of throwing different looks at him, doubling him randomly. So, so that's more the 4 behind me, and I just kind of crawled in the ball, make it difficult.
The other question, what have you seen in Lou Dort as he's kind of, as Coach Dagnall said, weathered the cold streak to be on the hot streak that he's on offensively now?
That's good. Lou shoots a lot behind the scenes, so stuff that nobody in the media would see, or even probably some of the players on our team. He goes in there a lot and shoots after games, before games. So just credit to him to sticking with it. He's getting a lot of good looks. So whenever you're getting good looks, they're gonna fall. And he's done a good job of picking his spots well, and now he's starting to knock them down.
And they're obviously huge, and you guys are going to play small so much. Is tonight kind of the blueprint for what you got to do to make them chase the ball because the ball moves so much? You guys kind of felt like you scrapped on the boards, forced a bunch of turnovers, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think we've done a good job at forcing turnovers this year in general. I don't really ever think that's like the goal is to go in there and try and steal the ball, but you want to show good players crowds and make their life difficult. You always want to make them play the next action. I thought we did a good job of that. But yeah, every game's also unique and different, just in the sense of like our schemes and what we're trying to do. But the foundational stuff like rebounding, one shot, like that just goes for every single game.
If you guys, it's not that the rebounding thing is fixed or that it's never going to be a problem, but do you feel like you guys have gotten better at just crashing from the perimeter, at fighting for them when they're gettable?
I think we just made more of an emphasis on it. I don't know if we got better at it yet, but sometimes when you have people taking tough shots, the ball just bounces weird. Stuff that is out of our control, but at the same time we're crashing more. It's more conscious. I think guys are trying and just scrapping, so I think we're getting a lot more of the controllable ones.
You hit 2 threes back to back in the second half. What's going through your head after that second one goes down?
I was dribbling up for the third one. I was definitely going to shoot it. Just going under screen, shooting looks that are open. When you have Gobert and Cat in there, it's harder to get to the paint as much. So just trying to read what the defense gives me, and those just happen to be the shots. But I was for sure finishing the third one.
And then with the Wolves being number 1 in the West, is this one that like you're excited for, like circle, or is it just another game?
Just another game. I think not even them being number 1 in the West, just I think they're a really good team. And so, like I said earlier, whenever you can match up against them and kind of see where you are as a team, I think that's a good thing. But yeah, it definitely has like more emphasis just because they're like a really good team, and they always play us tough, so it's fun to go out there and compete against them.
You mentioned the defenders with you, and one of those guys is Jalen Williams. Kind of what does he bring to the team, and what's it like playing with him?
Switchability and competitive. You know, Kenny hustles his name for a reason, so it's fun to play with K. Rich. He plays really hard. He gives us a lot of defensive looks. He's been shooting the ball really well as well, so he's been able to kind of stretch the floor. But yeah, just no fear. Plays hard. Also gives us that rebounding edge a little bit too in that second unit, so he does a really good job.
You're on the floor with Carolina, where you guys went really small and they went really big. You did a pretty good job in Atlanta. What do you feel like was the key to slowing them down?
Yeah, like I said, just throwing different looks defensively, trying to make them speed up, and I think just kind of limiting the one shot. I think that's kind of our biggest thing is, you know, you get a lot of open looks when you're able to get second chances, and I thought we did a good job of shutting that down, and then we were able to kind of get out in transition.
Yeah, it's funny you said that you were definitely going to shoot the third one, because one of the things Mark just gave you credit for was not shooting the third one.
That's why I didn't shoot.
What made you not shoot?
I didn't want to come out the game, so there's not really a lot to that one because it was going to be far too. So, yeah, just knowing time and score. You know, we were on a run at that point in time, so trying to get another good shot.
Anyone else? Thanks, Jim.